Hello, my name is Jeffrey Abbott, and today we'll be discussing about Howard Schultz. He's the former CEO of Starbucks, and he's an unconventional leader because he turned a small company and small idea into a giant global titan. His leadership style stands out because of his focus on people and community, his employees included, over profits. In this video, we'll be exploring how Schultz became that leader and his leadership style, and then what we could learn from his journey. Schultz's story is far from typical. He started out from a working class family in Brooklyn, New York. He was the first in his family to attend college, and he joined Starbucks in 1982, which at the time was just selling coffee beans. However, around this time, he made a trip to Italy, and this is what spurred on the idea of Starbucks, which he would eventually create. The original founders didn't agree with his idea when he came back from Italy, and so Schultz bought his company, the founders' company, for $3.8 million, which was a risky move. And he decided that creating this new industry and market is probably a better risk. And so he took that risk. And he didn't just sell coffee, he created a third place for people to gather. And Schultz's unconventional past was that about turning a small company into a global brand with strong culture. So some of his leadership traits. He was a visionary. His idea that Starbucks was a third place was groundbreaking and transformed how people experience coffee. He was very empathetic with his employees and partners, and offering them benefits like healthcare and stock options, even for part-time workers. Lastly, Schultz showed resilience because during the 2008 market crash, 2008 recession, he decided to stick it out, and he came back with this unique thought, and he decided that it was quality and community that helped people grow and helping the company recover. An interesting fact that about Schultz is he made Starbucks the first major company to offer healthcare and benefits to part-time workers, setting a new standard. Some of his leadership skills were including his crucial success. He was a master of strategic thinking, focusing on creating a Starbucks experience that went beyond selling coffee. His decision to expand globally and make Starbucks a brand was what created this community and quality with strategic brilliance. He was an excellent communicator. Schultz was able to rally employees around his vision of creating the third environment, so to speak, about that Italian coffee vibe. He also had a strong problem-solving skills. Essentially, Starbucks had hit hard times during the 2008 recession. Instead of focusing on cutting costs and harming his employees, he decided he would focus his company on its core values, which helped Starbucks recover. And his leadership style. His leadership style was a combination of transformational leadership and servantile leadership. As a transformational leader, he inspired his employees and customers with a vision of community. Schultz was a servant leader. He prioritized his employees' well-being. He prioritized his employees' well-being and offered them stock options and health care benefits. And on his focus and his ability to focus on his employees and partners, this led to a higher morale within employees, and which promotes better customer service. His leadership wasn't just about profit, and it wasn't certainly just about just the coffee experience. It was about improving people's lives. Another interesting fact is Schultz took bold steps, like committing to hire 10,000 refugees in 2017, which demonstrated his leadership on social issues. Some of the insights we can take away from Howard Schultz is that he put people first. His commitment to his employees is a reminder of how investing in people leads to long-time success. And then his ability to see ahead is another one of his insights. His ability to inspire change through clear and compelling visions shows us how important it is to align ourselves around this shared purposes. Resilience is also a very important thing for Schultz. He decided that during the 2008 recession, he did not want to be cutting people out, or he didn't want to be firing anybody. He wanted to go back onto the original core values that Starbucks was originally founded on. And he brought everything back together where it should have been and where they strayed off of. And he brought everything back together to community-focused, employee-focused, customer service-focused. And he just brought everything back together. And one last interesting fact about Schultz is his ability to show us his leadership is about more than just making money. It's about making the difference in people's lives. So, in conclusion, Howard Schultz's leadership is a perfect example of how unconventional thinking and focus on people can transform a company. We should be able to prioritize our employees' welfare in creating a unique brand vision. Schultz turned Starbucks into a cultural phenomenon, a giant corporation, global. His story teaches us that leadership isn't just about profits, and it's about building and lasting impact.